What if you could retire with $100 million in only 12 years? Author Kyle Langham says it's possible with ICP. So let's go ahead and take a look at his article. But before we continue, I do want to say this: none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And one more thing, I believe Mr. Kyle Langham. I think he's right. If you like our content, make sure to hit that like, notification window, and subscribe to see more of this great content. Make sure to follow Kyle on Twitter. Also, I'll attach his link below. You see, with the power of compounding, you stake ICP and you get more each month, and you restake that and you get more interest on the interest on the interest perpetually until you dissolve. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive into the article and see how exactly Mr. Kyle Langham says we can retire with $100 million.
We hold the world ransom for $1 million.
And I quote, "I woke up the other morning wondering what it would take to get $100 million by the time I'm 50. I'm currently 38 and I will turn 50 in 2034. And the thought seemed preposterous. $100 million is so far out of reach given my current wealth level. But silly thoughts tend to lead me to run data-driven scenarios. The result of this scenario actually surprised me enough that I decided to write about it. So with some reasonable assumptions, what it will take for me or you to get to $100 million by 2034. So already the author is starting with some assumptions, some of them of how much ICP is going to be in circulation, whether ICP will be around that long. Let's read the assumptions. Let's start with some assumptions. I'll assume I'm going to make this crazy amount of money through ICP, specifically staking it 8 years and forever locked, of course, and letting the asset appreciate. I'll assume I'm going to simply merge maturity every month and that my yearly yield will be per the table below. Also, perhaps fantasy on my part, I'm assuming no tax liabilities on the merged maturity. I assume that in 2034, there will be 500 million ICP tokens in existence, only slightly more than are in existence today. I actually think this is likely, as my belief is that ICP will become deflationary in terms of circulating supply by 2024 or 2025. I'll use a nice round figure for the market cap of the internet computer in 2034, $500 billion. This seems more than reasonable, perhaps even bearish, since the market cap today of Amazon Web Services alone is estimated to be approximately $500 billion. Now, he then offers this chart. It's a 12-year chart from now into the year 2034, in which he proposes what his guesstimation is on what the percentage of interest the nervous neuron network is going to give. For those of you that don't know, the way the nervous network system works is you put ICP on there and you put how much time you want to leave it on there. The more time you have, the more voting rewards you get. The less time you have, the less voting rewards you get. The more ICP you have, the more voting rewards you get. The less ICP you have, the less voting rewards you take. So if you leave it there, pause for 8 years, as Kyle Langham has, and if you keep on compounding and putting back ICP into it, what happens is you have the max amount of time, and at the same time you have more ICP, more ICP, more ICP, until it compounds into a huge bag of frozen ICP in the network nervous system. So looking at the graph that he provided, we can see that the year 2022 has an estimation of 24%. Keep in mind, this article has already been published a while back. The current rate is about 22%, but he's not off. He's 1 or 2% off. So 2022, 24%. 2023, 22% yield. 2024, 20% yield, 2025, 19% yield, and so on and so forth. It drops about 1% or 2% per year. Once we get to 2034, his estimation is about 7% per year. Now, let's keep reading his analysis. He says assumptions 2 and 4 would result in a nice round $1,000 price tag on ICP in 2034, meaning it would need 100,000 ICP in 2034 to hit the 9-figure mark in United States dollars. One more thing I want to add, United States dollars in 12 years might not be worth the same as it is today. Just like 2008 dollars are not worth the same, 1990 dollars are not worth the same, well, 2022 dollars quite frankly might not be worth the same in 2034, making this scenario even more realistic. So what will it take to hit 100,000 ICP in 2034? Surprisingly, it only takes 17,750 ICP. If we continue looking at his analysis, the year 2022, we would have 21,762 ICP. In the year 2023, 26,550 ICP. The year 2034, 100,171 ICP. Now talk about diamond hands. Diamond hand Kyle, I agree with you. As you can see by my hat, I am 8-year gang. Do I have 80,000 ICPs? No, but hopefully one day I will. So let's look at this analysis. 100,000 ICPs, guesstimating at $1,000 in ICP. Now we have some meme creators like DKLord89 that are telling us that their prediction is $2,000 ICP, and we're gonna get there through meme magic. Do I believe this? I do. May I be wrong? Probably. Am I wrong? Probably not also. If you look at this analysis, guys, the power of compounding interest is so powerful. All you have to do is leave your ICP on there, wait, recompound, 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 recompound again and again and again until you reach this amount. He also says one more thing. Let's take a look at the article. Don't get me wrong, 17,750 ICP is a lot, around $1/3 today, but it's shocking to me that it only takes that much. I also don't feel like my assumptions are overly bullish on the condition that the internet computer survives until 2034, as in scenarios in which the IC survives until 2034, it seems likely that most of those scenarios play out more bullish than my assumptions. There may be a few seed and early round ICP investors reading this who are dissolving their neurons. Perhaps they should reconsider locking a small fraction of their investment back into the NNS in 8-year neurons in order to join the 9-figure club in 12 years. And hey, if you do, perhaps consider throwing a few thousand ICP my way to help me join you. Consider it an early 50th birthday gift for me. I'm right with you there on that one, Kyle. If anybody wants to help me reach that 9-figure club, send me some ICP as well. I'll gladly take it. Mr. Kyle, I just want to say great shout out to you. Thank you for this analysis. It definitely got me thinking the first time I read the article. I also made some mathematic calculations of how much it would take to make one ICP a month. My calculation was around 54.54 ICP at current rates. If it reaches $1,000 or $2,000, that's already $1,000 or $2,000 a month for life. So for the average folks, definitely check out 54.54 and you can be part of the 54.54 club. What do you guys think? Do you think it's possible to reach $100 million in 12 years just by stacking ICP and never taking any of them out? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think ICP is going to $1,000, $2,000? Do you think it's going to go to 0? I've heard some of you say it's going to go to 12. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments. And remember, 3 of the best comments are going to get 1 ICP each. So keep that in mind and let me know below. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?